Fear of None here with your Mundus Minute for February 1st, 2019. ESO Live happened today at 6 p.m. Eastern. You can get to the VOD on the Bethesda Twitch account. In addition to that, we have an update to the Twitch drop schedule, which all you have to do is link your Ultras Online account to your Twitch account. You can get these by watching Bethesda channel on February 1st, which already passed, February 15th at 6 p.m. Eastern, and on February 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern. All ESO streamers will have a chance to get drops on their channel on February 8th to February 10th, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern and ending at 10 a.m. Eastern. ESO stream team members will have drops on their channel on February 25th to the 26th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Kevin DeWitt and Game Changer will have a charity stream on February 8th at 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. Rubenesky will have a stream event on February 10th with Burt Firkins, Kyle Debster Studios, Retired 8404, Rubenesky, T. the Khajiit, and Talion. In addition to that, we also have an ESO After Charity event on February 17th to February 18th, starting at 1 p.m. and ending at 10 a.m. Eastern with Burt Firkins and JDUL3 to raise money for the American Pitbull Foundation. On ESO servers currently, you can get the Bloodspawn helm and shoulder motif. You can get the helm motif by doing the dungeon, which is Spin Clutch 2. And you can also get the shoulder by opening the respective chest, which I believe is Galrin's. There's also an event for February for a free pig pet if you gift items to your friends for the month of February. Remember, you have to gift 1,000 crowns worth of items and give it to at least 2 other accounts. PTS testing is still ongoing, and there's more changes next week with dungeons and trials. A few things that are noted as well as poison solvents are going to be harder drops, and Hell Raw will now have a party wipe mechanic for losing on either the upper or lower boss. EU copies are going to be on PTS next week, along with more racial adjustments. In addition to the changes with Update 21, they're also going to have more racial tokens available in the next update. So you're going to get 3 tokens to change your race, 3 tokens to change your name, and race change tokens will be on sale when Update 21 launches on the respective platforms. Elsewhere will also be available to play at PAX East on March 28th. All you have to do is just go up to the booth and you'll be able to play it for a little bit. Now, that's all I have for the news. Let's go take a look at the Luxury Merchant and the Golden Merchant for tonight. So first, on the Luxury Merchant, we have a bunch of the Constellation plates here, which you usually see around dungeons. So if you want to decorate your home like an alien tomb, here you go. Now, on the Golden Merchant for 150k, currently you have Ring of the Flanking, which is currently stamina, weapon critical weapon damage, and 345 weapon damage when you're attacking enemies from behind. Now, I would not recommend it for the current patch. However, in the next patch coming up, this actually might be pretty good. This is going to update here to be 400 damage, and it's also going to be from behind or from the sides. A lot of people are wondering if this is going to be the next set that's going to be pretty meta to use inside some trials, because most of the stuff you're fighting in trials is from behind anyways, and it does provide a pretty good amount of damage. It's going to be affecting anything that's ground AoE, dots, or direct damage. So might actually want to pick it up for 150k. Vampire Lord's Ring for 150k is going to be Magicka, spell damage, spell critical, and 400 damage spell damage to your vampire abilities, and reduces the cost of your vampire abilities by 5%. Honestly, not that great. You only got about 3 abilities inside the vampire line. One is the Mistform, which basically isn't going to really get affected by this spell damage increase. The other is the Feed, which doesn't usually do a whole lot of damage. It's more of a CC. And then the last one is the Ultimate, which is the Bat Form, which is going to benefit from this, but I think you're going to get more. I think you get better value out of other abilities, unfortunately, here. So yeah, I would not recommend this, not unless they make changes to vampires. For 250k, you can get Ring of the Sanctuary, which is health, healing taken, and match magicka, and increase your healing by 12% to up to 11 other group members for 10 meters around you. This is actually a pretty good set for trials, for off healers, especially if you don't have other sets to go with it. So I would probably recommend it. For 250k, it is kind of expensive though, so you know, be tactful on how much money you want to spend on this. And then undown to Bastion for another 250k. Health, physical resistance, and spell resistance. And when you taunt an enemy that is under 60% health, you gain a damage shield that absorbs 13k damage over 6 seconds, and it can occur every 10 seconds. Honestly, not that much. There's other sets that give you better damage shields in general. I can't even recommend this for PvP really, because trying to get an enemy under 60% while you're a tank build, kind of hard, to be honest. So yeah, I would definitely skip on that one. And then finally, for 100k, you can get the Stormfist Guys, stamina recovery, and deals 1,990 shock damage and 10k physical damage when the fist closes. This is kind of a weird set. Usually I would not recommend sets that give you both Magicka and physical damage, because you have to split the penetration, but for Sorks, it kind of works out pretty well, because some of your damage is coming physical and coming in shock based, so it kind of works out. PvE and PvP, this can work out pretty well, but at the same time, I'm looking at the changes they're making to the Sork next patch and getting rid of some of the implosion passive, which is giving me a lot of damage based on doing physical and shock damage. So not sure if this is going to be better or not. The dungeon you can get this, Tempest Island, is pretty easy to run though, so maybe run the dungeon instead of spending 100k for that. In addition to that, Valken Scoria Helm, health, and when you deal damage over time effects, you have 8% chance to deal to summon a meteor that's going to do 10k damage and 5k damage to everyone around it for 5 meters. This is another set that's pretty good both PvP and PvE side, but City of Ash 2, which comes from, is pretty easy to run, so it's up to you. If you want to spend the 100k because you're only doing PvP all the time, it's not that bad of a deal. But if you can actually run the dungeons, you could probably get it easier and cheaper, considering. Anyways, that's Hero of None with a Mundus Minute. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in Tamriel.